Howdy everybody, this amazing game ran across my radar. For those of you that don't know, I have Asperger's and I'm autistic. There's certain games that are builders, management, logistic kind of things that scratch a certain thing in my brain that is fulfilling. And this game ran across my radar and it looks like it could fulfill all those things. So what I want to do is I want to share my journey through Shapez 2, or is it Shapez 2? Not exactly sure how you're supposed to say it, but I'm going to call it Shapez 2. Leave a comment in the comment section of how you believe it should be pronounced. But anyhow, I want to share my adventure with you. So we're going to go ahead and go into the play button. As you can see, I did a little testing. I did a live stream on this. I'm enjoying this game, so this is why I want to make video content and share this with you. So we're going to start a new game. The choices are relaxed, normal, challenging, and custom. I'm going to go with challenging because I like to be challenged. And the difference between normal is, copy and paste is free, 100%. Challenging is you have to pay for your copy and paste, 80% platform limit, and the goal is up a little bit. And we're going to go for the operator certification. So basically this is how the game starts out. So we'll hit the button and off we're running. So the concept of this game is simply this. Oh, hang on a second. Welcome to your certification. Thank you for signing up. You did sign up, right? Well, yeah. Okay, I volunteered. Either way, the Vortex requires you to evaluate the factory operator skills before giving a certificate. Yay. I have to prove myself worthy. Just like everything else in life, right? Simply deliver the requested shapes as efficient as possible. That's it. Okay, we can handle that. We might, you might, maybe reward us with upgrades in technology based on our performance. Oh, good Lord. Sounds like marriage. You can have as many buildings as you want. Just don't damage them. We need them for the next participant. All right, cool. So down here, there's a couple buttons we have to click on. I won't damage any of the buildings. Oh, this is one of those situations where I have to click both of them, right? See, look, continue. Now, I will strive for efficiency and build no spaghetti factories. To go for it, I have to hit it, but you know what? My fingers are crossed. I'm not making any promises. All right, so it's telling us to place extractors. All right, so we'll do that. We have to rotate them, and you can either left click and put one down or hold it down and just go across. All right, now we have to use belts. Place anchors with C, dragging the belt. All right, not a problem. So if we go here to the anchor, we hit C. What that does is that pins it, right? So right now, we can pin it here, and then it says take it to the vortex. This must be the vortex. It says open the knowledge panel. The knowledge panel is, all right, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a guy. I like to figure out things myself. And then if I can't figure it out, then we can go back and read it. If one belt is good, two belts is better. So we'll pin this, and boom. All right, we need 15 circles to going in here. So while we're waiting on the circles, we'll take a look around and look at what we got. This is the void. This is the thing we're filling. It's WASD to move around. We can zoom in, zoom out. If you press, we can pan. There we go. All those things are out of the way. If we're looking at a platform, we have circle shapes here, circle shapes here. What are you? Square shapes and square shapes. And if you look at this, these are mining platforms, and these feed the mining platforms. And if you kind of look down, hey, look, little miners with the shape that it gets. So, the circles are over there, and hang on a second. All right, we want to see the squares. And hang on a second. And there's squares, right? So that's how the mining things work. All right, let's go up. Let's see what it's saying. It's saying, yo, come here. All right, we need to place 3 half destroyers. So we need to put this down, and it's just saying, yep, click and drag. Now it says we need belts. All right, click and drag, simple as that. Click and drag, it's happy. And if I did it on one, we might as well do it on the other, right? Let's have a little symmetry. Now it's saying, squares. All right, so fine. We'll get some squares going really quick. We'll go back and look at what it was that was just placed down. Here, we'll just kind of mimic the same thing that we were doing over there. Pin it, we'll run it across. We'll come over here and we'll hit that, pin it, run that across. And then we'll take a look at what is going on here with the half destroyers. So the way the half destroyers work is simply this, right? It takes it in there, it cuts it in half, destroys half of it, the blue side, right? And it spits out what's left. Also, it's always the west side. It kills the west side. And as you can see at the end of the belt, it shows us what shape do we got going. So that is cool. Now it's saying place rotators in. All right, so we'll place rotators in. Now it's saying we got to put cutters in, and then we've got to belt it. It says the vortex accepts shapes in any rotation. So as long as we got the right shape in there, it does that. If I did that on that side, let's do that on this side too. Oh my goodness, it's beeping at me. It's like going, every time a beep happens, that means something's going on. Oh, we need to cut squares in half. So let's line that up, and 3 that way, 3 that way, and then click and drag, I do like the fact that it is click and drag, and it doesn't cost anything, right? So let's come over here and look at what we placed down. It asks us to put stuff down, but I'm not exactly sure what we placed. So what we placed is a rotator. So it's rotating it clockwise, 90 degrees. So it's taking a whole circle, making it a half circle, spin it around so it can cut it. So we went from a whole to half to quarters. All right, cool. Interesting mechanic. Yeah, we're digging that. So now let's talk about what's going on. Oh, that's done. We're waiting on this. That'll be done shortly. So the idea is simply, from what I get, is we make it asks for certain shapes. We figure out how to do it with what we got, put it in the void, and then it will give us the next task, or maybe groups of tasks. But I do like, one of the things I do like is this. You can see how these little things are going up and down, right? So it's kind of cool, right? And there's a little pusher here. So I like all that. It's a nice little detail. All right, we have completed the milestone. So click the button that's blinking. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so here's how milestones work. It'll show you what you need, and it'll show you how it progresses. And then at the end, it unlocks something. So we'll hit the unlock button and see what we unlocked. Okay, so it's stackers in second floor. The technology briefing, you will be rewarded with a stacker in second floor. Great, now we can do in 3 dimensions instead of 2. Allowing you to stack shapes and build multi-layer factories. Let's see what you can do with that. All right, so it looks like the top drops down onto the bottom, and then Bob's your uncle, and it's done. There's also, so we get a stacker, we get a second floor. There's some tasks. We'll click on 2 of the tasks and pin them. There's upgrades, cutter, swappers, trash, counterclockwise, 180, stacker belt, labels, and 3rd floor. There's some beacons here. Not exactly sure how we get beacons, but you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. Now it's saying, hey, let's combine circles and squares. Because if we go into here, we can see we need circles and squares. Then it looks like it's going to go to half of that, then a quarter of that. We know how to do that. This is asking for a quarter, stacking a quarter on top of a quarter, and then making a checkerboard. So that's kind of what the milestones are saying. So it's saying, yo, put this down. So stackers are slow, so to always place them in multiples. Oh, so an interesting thing that I forgot to discuss. Let's rotate this. See right here? This will tell you how many you need for a full belt. This will tell you the speed it goes at. So you don't need to know the speed. You just need to know how many you need for a full belt. So we need 6. So I can just drag it. There's 3. There's 3 more. All right. So now we need to give circles and squares. The circles are going to go on the top. So we'll grab off this belt. Now, the way belt systems work is it's simple. You drag it, E to go up, Q to go down, right? We're going to pin it, and there you go. Those are all fed. We need a square, not a problem. Let's grab some extractors and rotate, belt it, pin it, drop it across, pin it, feed that, drag it back across here. This looks like a good place to pin it, and let's feed it into the vortex. All right, at the end of the belt, it's going to show you the shape that it's making. This is the shape that we want. So if it's red, it's not the shape. So we're waiting. Now, if we need to delete something, you can left click and you get that red. If you want a whole area, it's shift left click. Boom. Really simplistic. I like that it's easy to clean up your messes and it doesn't cost you anything. So we did that. What we need to do is quarters now. Well, we know how to make quarters, but I don't want the platform to be all discombobulated, and it asked us to hey, build it in a non-spaghetti. So what we'll do is we'll move that line to over here. So what we need, rotate like so, and put 3 cutters down, hit that, pin it that way. What we can do, we can raise it, pin it. Since it's 2 levels, we can use both levels to feed the void. Let's go ahead and get some extractors, face them the right way, belt it, pin it, jump it, come over here, raise it up, come over here, drop it down. All right, that's connected. Now, in order to take them and make them into quarters, we need rotate. We need to cut it. And we need to belt it. And, all right, research. All right, hang on a second. We'll look at the research. If we look at it here, yes. Oh, I put double rotations in there. That's why it wasn't giving me the right icon. Now we got the right icon, so we can trust that it's doing right. All right, we need to click this. Tasks. So, if we complete this task, this is how we get beacons. All right, not a problem. So we need double circles and double squares. Not a problem. Let me look at this. Let's go ahead and, you know what? Let's get the double squares going. We'll do that first. We'll belt it. Pin it over here. We need to put a square on top of a square. That's because that's what it looks like. And if you're not sure, if you just click on it, it will give you this. You can separate it You can see it in quarters and you can spin it around. So yeah, it's square on top of square. So we'll just use our stacker, rotate it, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do that, pin it, feed the void. He's like, feed me, Seymour. All right, hit that, drop it back down. And if we look at the end, it is double squares. All right, we need double circles. Where do I want to put my double circles? I could put them, you know what? Let's put them up here. Well, wait, that's a square. These are circles. Yes, they are. All right, let's do that. We'll do that. So we need circle on top of circle. Not a problem. Hit that, pin it, jump it, hit it, pin it, jump it. Let's get extractors like we did with the squares. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now all we gotta do is click, shift, boom, grab this. And as you can see, it really doesn't take much to build these things. It's very simplistic. We get as many as we need, and look at that. That's double circle. We've got our quarters going in. We've got our square on square going in. We've got our circle on square going in. So everything is going the way it is. All right. So while we're waiting on something to change, let's look at the map. Right, so if we scroll out, right, we can see the starting area, but you can see there's other asteroids. I'm assuming these are asteroids with different type of shapes on them. And if we scroll out, right, there's like a quadrant. So we can see all this. There's shapes with colors, there's colors. So it's gonna get more complex. And if we scroll out further than this, right, you can see how vast space is, right? And we're just going to scroll for just a little bit to see if we can hit the edge of the universe. I don't know if there's an edge of the universe. However, if we ever get lost, all we have to do is hit H for home and poof, right? Scroll back down. All right. So anytime you hear that noise, that means something completed. And what it is you see how this is at 0? We can go into the milestones and that's completed. So we need to put square on top of square. All right, so there's a square, there's the 2 squares. So what we'll do is we'll just take a stacker and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Put these on the bottom. Let's run these this way. Let's give ourselves a little room. We'll jump this up. Uh-oh. All right. I made a boo-boo. So these aren't facing the right direction. Not a problem. It doesn't cost anything. Make sure the arrows are going in the right way. And then all we have to do is hook this up and then disconnect this. Now, if the belts are in the way and you want to see what's going on, hit V. It takes the top away. You see how this isn't squared off? All we have to do is just square it off. At this point, we need to take this and get rid of it, right? Because we're not using it anymore. We want a tidy factory. Put that, and then there we go. Now, if we come and look at this, this is square on top of square, and it looks like that. And trust, when, all right, you don't have to trust me. We can see when it hits here, we should get a green check mark. 3, 2, 1. Ah, it is a green check mark. Oh, that's cool. These are little spinners so that it's chucking it. Well, hang on a second. Let me look at something down here. All right, so this spins it and throws it up a ramp. I'm guessing that's what's going on. Is that what's going? Oh yeah, it's a ramp, and then it's catching it. Oh, that's neat. That is super cool. I kind of like how this stuff is done. All right, it looks like another milestone has been completed. So we're going from this to this. We just need half of it. Well, we know how to take a whole and turn it into a half. That's not a problem, right? All we gotta do is just cut it. Put 3 of them because we need 3. Hit the belt button. Boom, 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 boom. And if we come in here, it is that matches that. All right, we got our first task done. So if we unlock it, we should get a beacon, and boom, we got a beacon. All right, it's asking us to make this into a half. All right, well, all we have to do is figure out which one it is. Where is it? All right, you see how this is a red X? That means it's not needed anymore. The gray X's means that it's something that was needed but not needed anymore. Red means that you're not getting credit at all for it. So this is the one we need to cut. And it's simple, 3 cutters, right? Belt it, and then poof. That matches that, and we're off and running. It looks like we're almost ready with the circles. So let's figure out where the circles are. There's the circles, and 36. Just a couple more. Poof. We'll unlock it, and we just need to make it into halves. So let's go over here and belt it, make it into halves. And if we look at that, that's a half, and that's that. Okay. Use the points to unlock an upgrade. All right, I don't want to, but this thing keeps blinking at me and it won't go away if we don't. So let's look at the upgrades. 2 points, we can upgrade the belt, the speed of the belt, the speed of the cutters, or the speed of the stackers. At this point, the belts is making it go from 60 to 90 is probably our best bet. And these things we can't afford. It's saying spend your 2 points. So we'll spend the 2 points and we'll talk about what that means. So what that means is if we look at the stackers, now it takes 9 to keep up with a full belt. So now we have to run around and we have to add stackers. And then of course, because we're adding stackers, we have to, fix it. But that's not the only thing we need to fix, right? We also need to, we also need to look at this. It takes 4.5 cutters for a belt, so now we have to add cutters. All right, make sure it's facing the right way. So we're gonna go around really quick around the platform and make sure that we upgrade or add. Now you see how you can see underneath it? That's on the first level. And then if we hit E, we're on the top level. Q, we're back down on the bottom level again. So you can do that, or there's another way that you can do it, and I'll show you on the next stackers. All right, that fixes that. Let's come over here. Cutters. Cutters, 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 then rotators. I love this click and drag mechanic. It just makes it so much easier. All right, you see how that is like that? That means there's a problem. And we'll fix that here in a second. I'll show you how to fix that. Let's put 3 down. Now I showed you the one way. There's a second way. Hit V. You can make the top belt go away, and then you can do that and then hit V and the top belt comes back up, and we just got to jump up in the sky, and all I have to do is round that off. Boom. Now we don't have that problem anymore. There's not that one stuck anymore. Basically what it means is something's stuck, and that's why it highlights it. Let's drop it back down. some more stackers right here. And then belt that, jump up, belt that, jump down. Add some more cutters, 2 more. No, that's not a cutter. Cutter. Belts. And is that everything? All right, that's everything. Now, if you want to check to see if things are working properly, all you have to do is just left click on it and give it a second to calculate, and it'll tell you, hey, 100% efficiency, right? So we can check this. It's telling you what it's doing. It takes a second, right? Boom, boom, boom. Oh. You're thinking too hard, man. Sometimes it takes longer than others. Are you... Yo. It's efficient, right? We can come in here. This one won't be 100% efficient because it's 4.5, but I can't put one down. But, you know, it's keeping up. That's all that matters. It is 100% efficient. And then if we want to come to the output, right here, we can look at this and it should, so that's how you can check your efficiency, right? It's simply that. So right now we're looking at, we're halfway, we're almost halfway, we're almost halfway, we're almost halfway. So what we can do in this situation is we can look ahead and click on the milestone, right? And at this point, we know that this is gonna pop next, and we need to change this into checkerboard. This one's gonna need to be cut into quarters, so that's not a problem. So yeah, we'll just hang out just a second, and I'm gonna take an opportunity to say, hey, if you like what you're seeing so far, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a message, right? It really helps out. And I want to give a shout out to all the farmhands that are channel members that are helping out. You guys' support is amazing, and I really appreciate it. And it inspires me to want to make more content for you guys. All right, bing, the milestone's done. So we need to change this to checkerboard. And the way to change it to checkerboard is simply, if we add a rotator over here to one of these, we can see it needs to be the opposite. So if we do this, delete that, belt this way, then belt this way. That should be the opposite of this because they were the same. So if we come and look at here, there we go. There's a checkerboard pattern, which is the pattern that we wanted. All right. We're gonna get another milestone going off. So we need to change this into quarters, which is not a problem. All we gotta do is come in here, right? Rotate them all, cut them all, and belt them back up. And if we come over here, hey, check that out. We got quarters. Let's look at the tasks. All right, so we're going from double circles to quarters. Not a problem. The double circles are right here. So it's just the same thing as what we did before, right? Rotate, cut, belt. And if we want to check to see it, the end result is what we're looking for. Let's come over here, unlock it. All right, we've got something new here. So what we need is we need a half circle to go with this. So where is this? This is this. So if we come over here, we've got a circle over here that we were using. So let's go ahead and cut this, rotate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll belt it. We'll come over here. We need to check the rotation. It needs to be on the left side and it's on the right side. So all we have to do is rotate it twice, belt it in, belt it like that. Let's pick it up into the sky. We'll stop right there. We'll drop down. We need a stack of stackers. We'll rotate it like this and go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll grab the belt, input, output, disconnect, come over here, go, jump into the sky, belt, grab that. So if I don't pin it, we can kind of do this, boom. And if we dropped it down, we should get this like a D with a raised, right? And that looks right. But what we'll do is we'll make sure, right? Just because it looks right, it may not be right. So we'll just come over here and we'll see what's. We'll make sure we'll follow one out to make sure that it is doing what we want it to do. Here, this will probably be the first one. And let's see. There you go. We'll follow you all the way out. And then up. Yeah, it's exactly what it is that we're looking for. So that's beautiful. So we got all this stuff going. So we're going to go ahead and look at the milestones. We're on the last stage of the milestones. Not a problem. So we don't have to worry about that. We can come into tasks or hit T and go, okay, the next one is we're going to need a checkerboard out of this. So we're going to need another one of these. And yeah, let's go ahead and figure that out really quick. So if we need another one of these, we just need to double up. Hey, look at this. We can double it up really quick. So you can always plan ahead when you're caught up, right? It's being efficient. That's the one thing I do like about it is that you can look ahead. And, you know, so we don't have blueprints yet, but we will one day, and it'll make it even faster. So there's 3, 3, 3. Belt this, jump up in the sky. Nope. Grab this, jump into the sky, belt that, drop down. And then what we'll do is we'll just mirror what's going on over there. So now we need cutters, spinners, cutters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. Take this, pin it, feed them. We'll make them come out this way. Stop there, and it needs to be on the opposite corner. So we've already learned from this setup, that all we have to do is put double rotators, right? Spin them around, belt them. Now all we need is a set of stackers. So we'll put 9. Is that 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we'll pre-belt. We can tag that in and then back up. Hit this. Go forward, jump up. And there we go. And all right, let's make sure we got there's no errors going on. All right, so when this is ready, all we have to do is connect it. Let's look at the next task. The next task is adding another semicircle. Not a problem. We did it once, right? So all we have to do is replicate what we already built one more time. So just belt it. No, belt. Please and thank you. Jump it across. And hey. All right, so we just need to replicate this. Let's throw some cutters down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, look at that. That unlocked that. To get this going, all we have to do is hit V, right? Disconnect that belt. Come over here. Connect that belt. Hit V again to make it come back, and we should have that, right? Double, that's what we're looking for right there. And just to make sure, it only takes a couple of extra seconds. As soon as this first one pops in, we should see a green. Boop, there it is. All right, cool. Let's finish what we're working on over here. So all we have to do is belt this in like so, belt it out like so, put a couple of rotators in it like that, belt. All right, now all we gotta do is get another set of stackers. So, no, like so, we'll belt like this. We'll belt like that, hit this, jump it into the sky, and connect all that, jump back down. All right, so here's the different shape colors. Red cross means not required anymore. That's this. Green check marks means that's what you're supposed to be. Gray means that I've already delivered enough of it. The lock means it's for a future goal. And this, it looks like a Bitcoin, I guess, is for blueprints. We'll learn about that when we unlock blueprints. So there's all of the different possible things that you got going on. So right here is, we've got everything going. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna hold off until it goes ding, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about what's next. All right. We've unlocked that. Now all we have to do is hook this up. Very simplistic. Make that disappear. Disconnect that. Belt that into there. And we should have the shape that we're looking for, the double shape D, right? And just to make sure it is, we'll watch it go in. Bob's your uncle. All right, we'll hold off and wait on the next ding. All right, that will take care of the checkerboard milestone. And as you can see, that takes care of this. We have the ability to unlock it, but we're gonna wait a minute. All right, the circle stacked checkerboard task is done, so we'll unlock that. All right, the D stacked on top of the D has been completed. So we've got 20 research points, and we've accomplished all the tasks that we want to accomplish at this point. If you're enjoying if you made it this far and you're enjoying what it is, and share it with somebody, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Here's the other thing. If there's something in here that you would have done different, that you thought it'd be more efficient or optimizing better, let me know, right? Put a message in the comment section. All right, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this as much as I have. And if I don't see you in between now and then, have a fantastic week, and we will catch you next time. And as always, happy farming.